You're listening to DJ Banuro.
Yeah, bad boy. This mode is typical. Come on, y'all. Check, check, check. Get up.
Give me a break.
Testing, testing. How do we sound? Audible. That's good. It's the only kind of audible you'll find on this stream. No sponsorships. Especially not from Amazon. Welcome back, everybody. Aqualounge 003. This both feels like it just started and like I've already done a dozen of these. I've been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Some of you might notice the fruits of that if you're watching from aqualounge.tv, the recommended place to watch Aqualounge. Everyone says more zeros are good. Of course I'm going to put them there. Anyway, the website. You might notice there's a few more features now. It's a little neater. It's not perfect. I am no CSS Shakespeare. But a first pass, now live at aqualounge.tv. With everything in one place. Stream, VODs, link to the Aqualounge surf shop, Aqualounge.tv. I read it as like Aqualounge. I'll have to do some SEO to prevent Aqualounge from showing up there. Yes, the CSS Tempest is right. That is absolutely correct. Anywho, all sorts of stuff there now. Direct links to the Aqualounge surf shop where you can get one of several Aqualounge inspired clothes and a sticker with a fish with headphones on it. Everybody loves that. Thinking of making him kind of an unofficial mascot. People really, really, really like that fish. Anyway, if you're watching from aqualounge.tv, scroll down. You'll be glad you did. There's some other fun stuff coming up, of course. A couple of things I've been experimenting with, but they're still in the testing phases right now, so we're doing something a little more stable. That being a classic favorite, Aqua Aqua. This is suggested by an Aqualounge viewer. And as always, send any suggestions for games, music, media, etc. to aqualounge.tv@gmail.com. And if you don't want to miss a thing, you're watching from aqualounge.tv, scroll down the page and you'll also find a sign up for our mailing list, where you can get notifications of upcoming streams right in your inbox. That said, begin. How we doing, folks? Hey, gamers, that's right. I've been thinking, people suggested last time, Aquanauts being a good, denizens of the Aqualounge. Aquanauts is good. What do you think? I think I'm sticking with Aquanauts. So, hey, Aquanauts. That just means, I'm gonna have to run Aquanauts Holiday. It's gonna have to happen. Renterware 3? I didn't know they made 3 of those. The 3DO company. There's an interesting story. I could talk about that for an entire stream. Aqua Aqua itself, bit of an interesting story. First was released on the Nintendo 64 under the name Wetrix. Didn't do so hot, and they decided to give it another go on the PS2. This time, with a little bit of a glow-up, stylistically. That said, I've actually played Wetrix and Aqua Aqua very little, and I know very little about how they work. So, thankfully, it's a training mode. How about that? Something I could have used in the past several streams. Lots of load times, but this was an early PS2 game and it was on CD. Fairly typical. Build perimeter wall. Let me see. Ooh, these controls do not feel good. Oh, that's tragic. They have a strange momentum system to them that, oh, that's nasty. Don't like that. Thank you for the subscription, Pepperlusky. Would not believe how hard I looked in Streamlabs trying to find a way to make that more legible. I think I'm gonna have to write my own CSS. And at least for the time being, I've done enough of that. Harden our dust, as usual. Oh, gaps. I'll try that one more time. Yeah, you have to be exactly aligned there. You can see. Interesting concept, though. Ah, rats. And a concept that you'd only really be able to do with hardware like the Nintendo 64's that allows for easy vertex manipulation. You can see why whoever made this was very excited about it. There is something to be said about puzzle games that can push the hardware that they were designed for. Oh, there it goes again. Well, I understand now. I think I'm just going to go right ahead. Oh, I can't play story puzzle. Why not? I don't know why. Well, 544 million years ago sounds like a good place to start. These Aqua Aquas, Aqua Aquas remind me of chows a little bit from Sonic Adventure. There is some sort of zeitgeist around little water elves or little water sprites. Around that time, I suppose. Well, that Aqua just ran right off the edge. So not only do I have to keep any leaks from forming, I have to babysit. Oh, don't do that. Drops are not being kind. I think I get the picture, though. Oh, wow. I am terrible. Yeah, I think Dominic is right. Gonna have to play a little fast and loose. The tutorial got me in the wrong frame of mind, I think. Trying to get me to make a precise match. said, I do really feel the need to plug my holes. Oh, that's alright. There we go. That works. We have some lakes. That looks stable, though. Why does it... Where is this water leaking from? It looks like water is leaking from somewhere. I can't figure it out. Uh-oh. I know water's leaking from there. Extremely British narrator. Okay. Hard to know when a good time to drop. Uh-oh, we have Kula's, famously from Kula World. Oh, a rainbow. Ah, a bomb. I don't think I quite understand the intention here. I would love to play the tutorial again, except it's going to force me to build a perfect wall, which I don't think I'm particularly capable of. That noise reminded me, has everybody here heard about the Roblox oof controversy? I thought that was rather amusing. Not so much because Roblox had a copyrighted sound, but because the person they happened to steal that sound from was Tommy Tallarico. Infamously not a great guy. Kind of a recipe for disaster there. Impressively so. I wonder if they realized it. Now where is my water leaking from? Is it because it's too high? Must be. Well, Roblox, the story is, to my understanding, that Roblox, back in its infancy, yeah, I don't think I'm very good. I don't think I'm very good at Aqua Aqua, unfortunately. I think I need more verticality is the problem. But anywho, yes, Roblox. The thing with Roblox is that Roblox is a much older game than most folks realize. Roblox has risen to prominence in recent years, but it dates back to the early mid-aughts, I believe. Anywho. There it is again. They just so happened to borrow that iconic oof sound effect from a game entitled Messiah. And who so composed the music for Messiah but a certain Tommy Tallarico. Tommy Tallarico was also known for his involvement with the rather scandalous television Amico project, as well as his concert series / questionable personal grift video games. Whoa, what? What on earth was that? Oh. I'm going to attempt this one more time, and then I'm going to conclude that Aqua Aqua is a bit too hostile of a puzzle game for me. Let's try that again, shall we? Once again proof that you don't have to be good at video games in order to play them and enjoy them, and you don't have to be good at video games to make them either. I researched games like Aqua Aqua fairly extensively when I was developing my 2019 puzzle game Cross D+. I was not particularly good at most of them. Least of all this. But I still got there in the end. So never let anybody tell you that you have to be good at video games in order to make them a big part of your life. That didn't stop me. I hope the Aqua Aquas don't have little goblin British accents like this narrator does. I don't know why, but that would just really bother me. I've improved. Oh, you score by clearing water. Interesting. See, that's what I get for not playing the tutorial. Again. Yeah, the Aqua Aquas are very charming looking. I wonder what they do all day. I know what I do all day. Let's fail the first stage of Aqua Aqua. I see. Get a fish bonus. And a banana. This game truly does have everything. Rainbows, bananas, fish. What on earth? Oh, well, that's about it for me. Well, if you wanted to tune in and watch somebody be very bad at Aqua Aqua, there you are. I think I'll give this one more go. Might be time to move on. Yes, I did make the mistake of dropping the bomb through the bomb hole. It did not go well. It said something like bomb, bomb, bomb to imply that I bombed myself multiple times by... Oh, see? I don't like that. The way the game determines which water goes where is interesting. This game is brutal. That's pretty much all I've been able to parse about it. Well, I always thought this game looked vaguely impossible to parse when I looked at it in previews, and my determination is that it is in fact just as impossible to parse in gameplay as it is from footage. I think I understand the appeal of this game. I understand what it's trying to go for, and I think its terraforming concept is interesting. I think that its drops are very unfair and undermine the player's tool set and ability to strategize. I think with a little more polish, this could have been a lot better. I think stylistically it's very nice. I think stylistically it's a big improvement over Wet Tricks on the N64. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm a big fan of Aqua Aqua. Play one more round, I know I've been saying that for the past several. Just to see if I can prove myself wrong. But I doubt it. I doubt it. I think the game wasn't lying, though, when it said that building a perimeter wall was the right thing to do. I wasn't given particularly enough pieces. Ah, there we are. A cake. What other things do you think Aqua Aqua have in it? That is true. The civilization factor, I like that. Or the civilization test or something like that. That's a good indicator. Earth bonus. Digital camera. Alright, chat. I think I have finally cracked the code of how to play Aqua Aqua. It only took me 9 games. This game has constructed Schrodinger's lake. It's unaware how many lakes. All I know is that there are too many lakes. We weren't meant to have this many lakes. ice cube. Oh dear. Oh no. I don't like that. So many subsystems are operating here to see it. Oh, the PS2 is suffering. PS2 is absolutely suffering. Well, I'd consider that at least a competent game of Aqua Aqua. I held out for a while. I got to see some ice cubes. There were lots of lakes, a rainbow, a banana, digital camera, a beach ball. Sounds like everything you need for a good time at the beach. Then we call it there. I'm going to move on to our next feature. But first, a little something special.
Listen is the rhythm of the universe. Listen is the rhythm of the universe.
Welcome back, gamers. Guess what I've got? A gamepad for my PC. After I struggled a little bit with Buck Up and Drive, I figured why not get a gamepad. Here we are. Good old Xbox 360. Never fails. Actually, that's objectively not true. The Xbox 360 kind of failed a lot. It was a big deal back in the day. How are we doing in audio balance? Game sound good? This is Toree 2. Blind, eh? You're probably right, unfortunate. Me and Streamlabs will struggle till the end of time, I believe. Emulated Wii stuff with a real controller. Yeah, that sounds really nice, actually. I do have a Wii. The Aqualounge has a Wii, rather. The Aqualounge is going to play Wii games, and it's going to play GameCube games, too. It hasn't gotten around to it yet. I have all sorts of fun things planned. I have, in fact, a couple of master plans which are going to involve more hardware than you could possibly conceive of. That aren't quite ready yet. Will be soon. But what is ready right now is Toree 2. All I know about this game is that it's a platformer, that it's very cute. There seems to be, so far, a running theme here between Toree 2 and Aqua Aqua of little guys. This wasn't... My goal wasn't to run a little guy stream today, but I'll happily feature some little guys. I think they're quite cute. You have Toree, several locked characters. That one looks like a bowl with chopsticks. Hidden headquarters, palm tree. Oh, that's very cute. These are very, very classic Sonic. Aesthetically. Particularly the faux use of tile sets. I think it's very cute. Greetings, Rodrigo Tony. Welcome to the Aqualounge. Cable 2 is raiding with a party of 12 and I didn't even get a notification. Welcome to all of the extremely cool folks at Cable 2. Cable 2, honestly, is one of the things that inspired me to really... Oh, excellent! The follower notifications are now legible. Thank you, Streamlabs. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Cable 2. You have no idea how much it means to hear from you that this overlay is baller. Cable 2 is an always-on Twitch stream featuring several extremely cool and innovative streamers and VTubers. If you haven't checked them out yet, you should. But in the meantime, check out Toree 2. Oh, definitely a little guy. Did you hear that little guy noise he made? That's the noise of a little man. A little stinker. Oh, maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was the Grim Reaper who made that noise. Thank you, Laholfson. The squatch and stretch on the little Toree is very simple but very effective. Oh, Oh, and the run sparks are extremely cute. Lots of good little touches here. This is all running in Unity. Very well stylized. Unity games are, depending on how you do it, decently easy to stylize, but it's no walk in the park. I should know. Oh. Fortunate. The camera is interesting, and it looks like it's controllable, but it's very much intended to be over the shoulder. I don't think I can jump on that. Figured I'd give it 2 tries. D-Mail 103, is chuffed good or bad? I don't know. I don't think I've ever called myself chuffed. Curious. Thank you so much to the Cable 2 folks for showing up. Means so much more than you know. Thank you to Imperative Rose. Follow. Oh, and we have little jettison rings as well. Oh, but here we are. We have our flag. I see, interesting. There we go. Seems like the camera got a little disoriented there compared to where it should have been. Didn't quite remember what the intended fixed angle should have been. That isn't to nitpick, I think this handles very well. Harkens back, at least to me, to the era of platformers where they weren't quite 3D yet, and the 3D camera hadn't really been locked down. Games like Bug on the Sega Saturn, if anyone recalls that one. Yeah, I agree with Dominic here. The controls, the physics in particular, are very satisfying. Very well tuned. Sometimes the camera angle can be a little low for certain jumps. Like there, I didn't know if I was going to make that ring because of how pulled in the camera is. But also, I take leaps of faith in that sense, and they work out. Because, oh, that's a good thing. I see. Green is good. Green is good. Too bad I missed it. See. And very clear visual coding. That's fun. No, believe it or not, Bug is not the same as Bugdom. They're 2 different games. To add to the confusion, there is a Bug too. Spells T-O-O. You know, love the 90s. Bug, for those who never played Bug, he kind of fancied himself a Gex. But I don't think he quite had the panache. This is fun. This is an extremely Aqualounge game. Thank you to whoever suggested this to me. I cannot recall the present. Everyone loves shooting down water slides. Ever since Sonic the Hedgehog invented the first water slide in the 1990s. I wouldn't say no to running a forgotten platformers night. There are some that I have access to that other people really haven't run. Some ones on the Saturn alone that I can think of. Bug. Super Tempo. Willy Wombat. Oh dear. Balan Wonderworld, even the aura around Balan Wonderworld and everything involving Yuji Naka is an extreme cognito hazard. The things swirling around that game are so exhausting. And which is a shame because some folks that I really trust have found a lot to love in Balan, and I might want to give it a try someday. But I guess I should say Yuji Naka. All of the fan interaction around Yuji Naka and the drama at Square Enix is exhausting, and I really don't want much to do with that. Oh, very speedrun oriented. That's a good point. Was Spielberg a big bug guy? I'm not sure. I know Spielberg's involvement in games was very strange. He fancied himself, and I mean, eventually, he famously did direct his big video game directorial debut, befitting of Steven Spielberg. Boomblocks. Nintendo Wii. Remember that one? Crickets. It's not a bad game. I shouldn't give it too much business. But it was a little bit strange. It is fun to play. And so I guess in that sense, Steven Spielberg did successfully direct a game. I shouldn't be so hard on him. Rodea the Sky Soldier. Now that's one that you'll probably be seeing on the Aqualounge. I can almost guarantee it. For those who want to see an interesting saga of a game that went awry, another Yuji Naka joint, nonetheless. Almost like there's a pattern there. Look at the story of Rodea the Sky Soldier. That's an interesting one. A completely finished game, essentially. Oh. Completely finished game that never released and got remade. It feels like the camera should be adjusting here, and it isn't. Oh, see, I'm trying to adjust my camera. Is there a camera recenter button? Ah, L. There we go. Problem solved. That's on me. Not on Toree 2. Ah, very good. The camera button feels smooth as butter. Even the music's a little bit, sort of Sonic Generations, I suppose. That's not a bad thing. This is a phenomenal effort, and a game I've heard very little about. High marks to Toree 2. I think it might be one of my favorite games I've played on Aqualounge to date. Also a game that would make very little sense to play with a controller. Or with a keyboard, rather. And much sense to play with a controller, which is what I'm doing right now. That almost wants me to, or that almost leads me to want to give Buck Up and Drive another playthrough, this time with the gamepad. I feel like I was probably a little bit too harsh on it. Playing with the keyboard. Yes, Steven Spielberg's involvement in Medal of Honor is an interesting one. There were all sorts of strange attempts to rope Hollywood into the game industry around the time of the PlayStation 1. Remember Bruce Willis's Apocalypse? That's a weird one. I give that one a ride. Oh, first Toree was in the first Haunted PS1 demo disc. Interesting. Well, honestly, I'm kind of glad that this game is a little more on its face and has less spookiness. Haunted PS1 demo disc truly is something amazing. For those who aren't aware, check it out. B rank. Hey, yeah, that's an improvement. C for cool. B for beachy. Let's say beachy. Oh, he gets a little Indiana Jones fedora. That's adorable. Well, my ranking should probably go up now that I understand the camera recenter. What is it with lava places and having a dinosaur skull? Dinosaurs died 65 million years ago. Why are there so many in lava pits? And why? Oh! Game has admonished me for my bad joke. Streams of molten marinara sauce. Shreds of cheese. I am curious what I missed in the chat, talking about Steven Spielberg and video games. There is another video game that I would like to run on Aqualounge that involves Steven Spielberg's seminal classic Jaws. Maybe not in the way you'd think it does. Here's a hint. It's not a terrible Jaws game on GameCube, Xbox, maybe PS2. It's not that one. Oh, right into the marinara. The Jaws does appear. And it is licensed. Have to tune in next time. I have sort of an obscure theme-streamed plan. There's a hint for you. Stream. Oh, yeah. I might have... C, come on now. That's what C stands for. Come on now. That was a much better run. Oh yes, Neversoft was working on a mech game. A prototype of that is available, isn't it? Or at least footage has been shown. I don't know if the prototype has actually gotten released to the public. Big guns, yeah. Well, if there is a public prototype, it could be an Aqualounge contender. I'll give this one last run. I very much like Toree 2. Toree 2 is excellent. It handles like a dream. It does a fantastic job of keeping a 2D platformer's simplicity and sense of speed while absolutely operating in legitimate 3 dimensions. Perhaps it handles a little bit less according to orthodox convention than makers of a certain Blue Hedgehog franchise. Oh, makers of a certain Blue Hedgehog franchise would be willing to learn from. This is yet another one of those games that I think is a better 3D reimagining of a classic Sonic game than attempted reimaginings of classic Sonic games in 3D by the actual rights holders. It's so funny that Sega can't quite figure that out when fan games and Sonic-inspired projects like this game have figured it out time and time again. But also, Sonic the Hedgehog is such a big franchise. You don't know how many stakeholders are in that pot. You don't know how many people you have to satisfy. According to Sonic Frontiers, I think you have to try to satisfy just about everyone. Yes, bite-sized $1 games. Bite-sized $1 games. If you have any good bite-sized $1 games, I appeal to you. Please send them to aqualounge.tv@gmail.com, and I would love to take a look. Those are the sorts of games that I want to give a spotlight on this stream. Those are the games that deserve it. Well, it's a good chunk of Toree too, wouldn't you say? I don't want to spoil it all the way. I don't want to show all the levels. I want to encourage people to go and check this game out. Look up Toree 2. Available for a mere $1, itch.io. And with that said, I think we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Outside.
You know we aren't meant to exist in the outside, 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 outside,
Howdy, folks. For those who've just joined, for those who have been with us, those who have been with us all night, you're in the Aqualounge. Welcome. Aqualounge 003 to be exact. I know I've done a little talking from stream to stream about how monetization and, earning a buck, I suppose, is going to work with this whole arrangement. And how I want it to be a little bit different than typical Twitch stuff. One of the things that I find the most discouraging about Twitch streaming is the concept of always having to hustle for subs, bits, etc. There's a system coming that you can see the bones of in the Aqualounge.tv website, if you haven't seen it already. The Aqualounge now has a coffee where you can donate. In the future, stream scheduling is going to kind of be dictated by donations in a way that I like to call a stream pot. That is, there's going to be a set amount of money that the pot has to reach for a new stream to be scheduled. The reason I want to go with this approach is that it'll help me, who works a day job and a 9 to 5, etc., have a little bit more control and a little bit of a healthier relationship with streaming than I would otherwise. And it's also a pretty good direct representation of how bad people want a new stream. Once there's enough pent-up demand, so to say, a new stream will get scheduled. And the process will repeat itself. I think that keeps it nice and simple. That keeps it transparent to everybody. And kind of minimizes the sort of rat race that Twitch can be. I don't want to bring that energy into the Aqualounge, and I doubt any of you want it either. I also want to take this moment to remind everybody, especially if you are watching on Aqualounge.tv, that if you scroll down, you'll find a link to the Aqualounge Surf Shop. You can buy all sorts of cool stuff inspired by Aqualounge. Tank tops, t-shirts, stickers. Wear them with pride and be cool. Check out the Aqualounge Surf Shop down below. Or, if you're watching from Twitch, just go on over to aqualounge.bigcartel.com. With that, I think it's time for a little bulk slash. But first, I want to shout out VLIF Dreamcore. Hope you're doing well. An old friend of mine, whose music is now in the Aqualounge rotation. We'll get back to VLIF. For now, it's time to slash some bulks. Don't tell anybody. Bulk slash. A Hudson Soft joint. Oh, dearly departed Hudson Soft. How we miss you. At least I miss you very much. Now, something that you might not know about Bulk Slash is that it never came out in English. Oh, get an opening. Okay. Why don't video games have these anymore? That's a step backwards, I think. hard. If anything ever went hard, it was that. Anyway, as I said before, Bulk Slash never came out in English. And yet, what do we see in front of us? Bulk Slash in English. That's right. Bulk Slash was fan-translated, released fairly recently. The reason I played or chose Bulk Slash for this evening is because it reminds me a lot of our feature showcase indie game, Ex-Zodiac, a rail shooter that'll be coming up at the end of the night. Stick around for it. It'll be worth your while. Color palette-wise, vibes-wise, etc., Bulk Slash and Ex-Zodiac have a lot in common. Just goes to show you that old games, in a way, are coming out all the time. New translations of classics that we never got to play. And I wanted to give a shout out to the fan translation team behind Bulk Slash for the hard work that they did. There's something extremely special about this fan translation that you'll notice very quickly.
Leone Road, Sergeant First Class reporting.
They dubbed it.
I'm here to help, Chris. Launching operation. Straight ahead. Oh, wow! What are you doing? Nearing target. Straight ahead. To the rear.
There's a lot going on in Bulk
Remaining
Slash.
4 target. To the left. Oh, wow!
A heck of a lot going on in Bulk Slash.
To the left. To the right. Nearing target. To the left.
So much, in fact,
To the rear.
that it's taking all of my mental processing power just to focus on it.
Ah! Ah! Straight ahead.
But as you can tell, this game is transforming.
To the right.
Dubbed anime girls.
Straight ahead.
Cityscapes with deliciously crunchy, unfiltered textures. Macross missiles.
To the rear.
There's a lot of things, but might not have as many things as Aqua Aqua did. Aqua Aqua had a lot of things in it.
Target destroyed. Remaining 3 targets. To the rear. Straight ahead.
It's true. Filtering Sega Saturn games is a sin. Nobody should ever do it.
To the
The
left.
Saturn looks just fine the way it is. Square polygons and all.
Oh, wow! Nearing target. Straight ahead. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Extremely ambitious game for the Sega Saturn.
To the rear.
Leverages its sprites very well, which is something that the Saturn was very good at.
Target destroyed. Remaining 2 targets. Oh, wow! To the rear. Nearing target. Straight ahead. Oh, wow!
A fun thing I learned about the Sega Saturn recently.
To the right.
You know those distinctive Sega Saturn skyboxes like this one that are just a big sprite layer that are scrolled? That is actually managed on hardware.
Remaining one target.
That's a built-in feature to the Sega Saturn. And is one of the reasons, or an example, I suppose, of why the Saturn was considered so difficult to program for. The PlayStation lets you do a lot of things yourself. That was both a blessing and a curse. That it didn't help you out very much, but it allowed you a lot of flexibility in how you implemented your software solutions.
To the left.
Sega Saturn, on the other hand, was very specific in what it did and what it didn't do.
I'm picking up a bogey. Mass is extremely large.
Alright. Time to get serious. Visually, this is absolutely delightful. And oftentimes I find that games that combine sprites
Straight up.
and 3D like this do not gel well, but the use of unfiltered textures
To the rear.
really cements it all.
Straight ahead. What are you doing? Straight ahead. To the rear. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. To the left. To the rear.
I will say, something that has shown its age about the Sega Saturn controller, in a way that I didn't expect,
Straight ahead.
are the A, B, and C buttons being the same shape and having the same form factor and being next to each other.
Just one more push.
It does mean that I end up pressing the wrong button from time to time,
Straight ahead.
and it's something that we kind of take for granted about modern controllers. It's the diamond arrangement, or in the case of the GameCube, the beads. Yes, controls are very smooth, and I am playing with a normal Saturn analog pad,
I salute you.
and not a 3D controller. Though not for lack of trying. You wouldn't believe how hard I've been looking for a Sega Saturn 3D controller. I just want to play Nights into Dreams in peace. The way God intended.
Please select the stage.
Oh, we have stage selection. Interesting. Yeah, I do really think that the Sega Saturn pad was pretty close to the perfect controller. I think he has an updated version of that layout with a better C-stick. Oh, talking about the GameCube controller, yeah. I think the GameCube controller is pretty dang close too. The Sega Saturn, still, this D-pad is one of the best D-pads for fighters I've ever used. The Dreamcast has so many great fighters on it, it's a shame that it's kneecapped by its absolutely terrible controller. The Dreamcast controller has the VMU window, and that's about all it has going for it. The D-pad is terrible, the stick is terrible, the face buttons are terrible. It feels cheap. The Sega Saturn controller is a work of art. Lyra Hart. Oh. Not so subtle Macross inspiration here, I do believe. Not just the missiles, but also
Straight ahead.
picking up and
Nearing target.
involvement of pop stars.
To the rear.
Very Macross.
Straight ahead.
level design does make it so that it is beneficial to use the robot form and not just fly around.
Target destroyed. Remaining 3 targets. Shield recovered.
Oh, this game has a combo system, good gracious. So many things happening in Bulk Slash. So many things.
To the rear. Straight ahead. Nearing target. To the left. Oh, wow! That was amazing!
Surprisingly, for a game with digital control, this feels incredibly good to play.
Recovered. Target destroyed. Remaining 2 targets. To the left. To the rear. Straight ahead. Ah!
The bomb, the forward bomb reminds me a little bit of Virtual On as well.
To the rear. Straight ahead.
Well, this one we might need
To the
to
left.
use the fighter for.
Straight ahead.
Interesting. Yes, the level design here is also very clever in that it
Wow!
encourages.
Straight ahead.
Ah, there we have our Mid-May stand-in.
Nearing target. Straight ahead.
Interesting. You have a sword as well.
We're all right. Target destroyed. Remaining 1 target. Shield recovered.
When did I pick up a flamethrower? Oh, I see. It's a temporary power.
We're all right.
Oh, I'm not doing so well, unfortunately.
To the right. Straight ahead.
The lighting effects are interesting. Look at that, that's beautiful.
To the rear.
Oh, I need shields. I need shields very badly.
Nearing target. To the left.
Ah, the stadium.
Target destroyed.
Oh, was there a Mid-May?
Picking up a bogey. Mass is extremely large. Shield recovered.
There was a Mid-May. I missed a Mid-May.
To the rear. To the left.
During the boss fights, it is undoubtedly flying time.
To the right. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Ah! Hang in there. To the rear. Straight ahead.
My lock-on's not quite fast enough.
To the rear. Straight ahead.
This does have very, I don't know, Cyber Formula or Macross 7
Straight ahead.
energy to it
Straight ahead.
in a very delightful way.
To the rear.
Makes me want to watch some Macross 7 after this. Ever heard the Macross 7 opening?
To the left.
Do yourself a favor.
To the rear.
Listen to it. It's very good.
To the rear. To the rear. Straight ahead. To the rear. To the right. Just one more push. Ah! Don't throw in
Down to
the
the
towel
wire.
yet.
Down to the wire.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Don't throw in the towel yet. Straight ahead. To the rear. To the right.
Yes! Oh, that was exhilarating. I was totally in the zone. Hope I didn't get too lonesome, viewers. They say as my glasses fall right onto my
I
face.
salute you.
I don't know. I deserve to have the shades on for that one. That's bulk slash.
Please select the stage.
Do another one. I'm having a great time with this one. Give me just a moment to get my... There we go. Much better. Thank you, Strom After Dark, for the follow. And remember, if you're not watching on Aqualounge.tv, you should be. It's the best way to watch Aqualounge, and it's got all sorts of goodies. The Aqualounge does indeed have an original Xbox, GM Marleon. And we do have both Phantom Crash and its PS2 only sequel, SLAI. Hydration. Never go to the Aqualounge without a water bottle. I hope that picked up on mic, because that sounded very refreshing. Gee, I would be too. A glass of water is just fine. Ojoto. However you get there,
Straight ahead.
get it how you live, they say. Oh no, an escort mission.
To the left.
This is going to be very difficult. Oh, mamma mia, it's getting ripped to shreds. I see.
Wow. To the rear. Wow. Straight ahead.
Everyone loves escort missions.
Wow. That was
Always,
amazing.
historically, everyone's favorite genre.
Wow. Shield recovered. Wow.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting massacred.
Field recovered.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't be a rail shooter without a difficulty spike, would it?
Straight ahead. Field recovered. Wow.
Oh dear. Oh, did they make it? Oh, okay, very good. I was I was convinced that I was going to see a Hindenburg live on television. See, if you had that, why didn't you send it out during the fight?
Straight ahead.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Yes. Ow.
Hang in there. To the right. To the rear. Straight ahead.
Oh, keep pressing the wrong button. Not good. Not
To
good.
the rear. To the left. Straight ahead.
Oh, I wish I would stop doing
Straight
that.
ahead. To the right. To the rear. Straight ahead. To the left.
Oh,
We're all right.
right into a robot fist.
To the left. Straight ahead. To the left. Hang in there.
Oh, I see.
Just one more push.
Well, I apologize, chat, but this game has been so intense I've barely been able to say a word through it.
To the left. Straight ahead.
Oh,
Hang in there.
and that's that.
Hey, get up.
Oh, the virtual on controller, that's something I would like to have.
Something where, hey, come on. Please play again.
I would love to. That was delightful.
Please tell me your name. That's a nice name.
Thank you. I think so too. It took a long time coming up with it. Yes, everyone does love a good circular text entry. Absolutely. Well, everyone, that was Bulk Slash. I think that was also excellent. I didn't have a lot to say about it while I was playing. That's because I was too busy playing it. Very intense game. Hard to watch, chat, think, and play at the same time. I don't know if my brain has that many cylinders. But it felt remarkably smooth for an over-the-shoulder 2D, 3D hybrid game. And I have nothing but praise. Be right back. But first, a little something extra.
Leone Road, Sergeant First Class reporting. I'm here to help, Chris. Launching operation. Straight ahead.
Sorry, Bulk Slash.
Wow!
We've got something else cool to show you.
There's the blast.
Check this out.
I can't listen to my music anymore. My CD has a problem. What will I ever do?
Listen, I can solve this for you. I know all about the Sentinel.
What are you doing here?
You can trust me to hit this photo. Come with me. What you're talking about is my error.
And we're back. Hope everyone's having a good night. Honestly, I feel like this slate of games has been one of the strongest so far in Aqualounge history. Third time's the charm, I suppose. That last animation was something, wasn't it? But it's good. Aqualounge isn't just a place for music videos, it's a place for animation too. Miramaru's indictment disc. I like that a whole lot. So if you have any weird stuff, any cool stuff that you feel fits the vibe, send it over to aqualounge.tv@gmail.com. Always looking for good stuff. Always looking for new stuff. Looking for cool old stuff too. Stuff that's off the beaten path. Like our next game here, suggested to me by another Aquanaut. It actually takes me into Z-Doom to play a little something called Snap the Sentinel, Episode 1. Let's give it a look. That's a good suggestion, actually. Good addition to the website is to put the submission link. I think I'll do that. I'll add a little tab, maybe a little email form. And another thing, go on aqualounge.tv, the place on the internet for all Aqualounge related matters. Business and pleasure. Now, play some Snap the Sentinel, shall we? Thank you, Sentinel, for your subscription. Or rather, your follow. I need to get these terms right. All these things you can do on Twitch, I still don't know what a bit is. This started out as a 7-day FPS jam project. That's incredibly cool. This is episode 1 of Snap the Sentinel, running in a very stylized Z-Doom. So many cool things still being done with the Doom engine to this day. Well, that's no good. Also very Sonic the Hedgehog-like in appearance and sound. Lots of cool Sonic games in the Doom engine. Sonic... Oh... The kart Sonic. I can't recall the name right now. Somebody in chat, please help me out. There's an excellent Sonic kart racer that runs in the Doom engine. Yes. Sonic Robo Blast 2 and Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart. Both phenomenal Sonic games. Similarly, I think a better job of making a Sonic racer than most recent efforts. Not to decry Sumo Digital and their Sonic and All-Stars racing games and Team Sonic Racing. I think they're perfectly solid, but Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart really feels like what Sonic R should have been, I guess, is the closest thing. Ah, yes, the Mighty Foot. This feels incredibly good to play with an Xbox 360 controller, which is not something I was expecting to say about a game running Doom engine. I could do without some some games, they really enjoy the little, you can see here, this camera wobble here and there. Doesn't quite make me motion sick, but comes close. Aiming isn't perfect with an analog stick, but feels definitely good enough. If there's a gamepad option, configure controller. Okay, we have some dead zone control. Might take the sensitivity down a bit. Not quite close though. Does feel a little low now. I'll get the Goldilocks zone just right. There we have it. I like the little bits of digitized speech. Very Gex. Oh, I see. No weapon switching, just, all sorts of fun little polishes, like the cactuses have shrapnel, and look at the little hit sparks for them. Very cute. Oh dear. But much like Contra, these make short work. Enemies with a spread shot. Oh no, the spread shot's gone. It had ammunition this whole time. I didn't even know where it was. Oh no, power-ups are absolutely still auto pickup on walkover. You just have to break the cans first. That's what you mean.
Rapid fire.
Oh, I see. Right by my portrait, there's a little ammo count. I'm guessing this is the end of level door? Or not? Okay. What's that down there? Let's just be left over. Oh, secrets. No, too bad. I thought there was a secret. No jumping, as far as I can tell. game that plays like that, driving the character like a car, I've always found Gears of War. I never really liked Gears of War, and one of the reasons I never liked Gears of War is that you're operating a meat vehicle. You're ostensibly controlling a man, but he's more like a car made of meat, and you have an accelerator, and he handles like a car made of meat, and that car made of meat has a gun attached to it that you have to shoot at things. A lot. And so, no, Gears of War never really vibed with me for that reason. Here, and spotted. Oh, I see. This has limited rapid fire. Interesting. You have to hold it down once you release the key or the button. Reloads automatically. Shooting at me. Have I backtracked? I believe I have. Ah, a blue door. There we go. Nothing like a key card. That's something that you actually see in video games that you see a decent amount in real life. Is little colored key fobs. I have one. It does things. Mine is orange. Won't elaborate on why, but it does open secret doors. I wonder what that little star rating in the corner means. Big Bark root beer. One root beer. Oh dear! A man.
Hey, that's Conrad Ocean. Aren't you the head honcho of Reef? What are you doing here?
Oh, my popularity precedes me. Don't wear the name out.
Don't tell me you're the one behind all these robots dumping oil into the sea?
My. What a thing to accuse of someone you just met. I don't know who you think you are, but I'm a very busy shark. I'm done with my extra important business here, so I'll be on my way.
Hey, wait! Huh? He's gone. He must have something to do with this.
I probably could have shot him right there. But, I don't know. Again, the Aqualounge spirit is that of a lover, not a fighter. No secrets. Rank E. Goodness gracious. All the video games tonight have been telling me how mid I am. I have a funny story, actually, about that. I had the privilege, 2014. Oh, dear. That was gnarly. Every time I start a story, I end up getting hurt in some serious way. Little bomb droids. I'll finish my story eventually. Yes, in 2014, I had the privilege of going to Sega Joypolis in Odaiba, Tokyo. And I got to ride on a roller coaster, which has been changed since I went there. And it was a roller coaster with a dark ride shooting gallery segment, and the way that it managed that was very clever. It had a screen that actually traveled with your roller coaster car and came down every once in a while to display video game graphics and things you had to shoot at. It was really interesting. And you could get various ranks, with the A being the highest listed, I do believe. And me and my car, we did very well. We blasted all of the zombies. We killed all of the zombies. We got off, and we got an A rank. And the roller coaster attendant said in good enough English, "Oh, congratulations, A rank." Then he gave us a face, and then he said, "Try for S rank next time." The first time and last time I'd ever had a human being do that to me. And it was pretty incredible. So if you ever go to Sega Joypolis, try to S-rank the roller coaster. It's been changed now to honestly something that seems much more enjoyable. I think it's a Project Diva roller coaster now. That there's something having to do with the Mikus and the Vocaloids. Whoa. I am not doing so well. Ah, very good. I believe the shooting screen was on a track above the car. I believe that's how it worked, so that there only had to be one per section, rather than one per car. Of course, now it's, oh, I've never been a fan of boomerang weapons video games. I feel like they take too much brain power for me to use. I wonder how they're utilizing that for the, Project Diva coaster. Now, I believe it's Project Diva. Joypolis also changes from time to time. So, I might have, in fact, missed what its current
Catch me if you can.
iteration is. Unfortunately, Odaiba itself is in the middle of a transformation right now, so a lot of the really cool things that you were able to see there are closed now. The amazing Venetian-inspired shopping mall, Venus Fort, is now gone, which makes a appearance in Persona 3 as Paolonia Mall. Sega Joypolis is really the last relic of old Odaiba that's still there, other than the Fuji Television building. And the Science Center, how much longer that will be there. Large arcades have all closed. But I digress. I don't even know if foreigners are allowed back into Japan yet. That's somewhere I'd like to go once it's safe to do so. The screens were projector-based, for the record. Also, the guns themselves traveled only on a single axis, which makes me think that they had some relatively rudimentary sensors
Super Shell.
inside them. Yeah, business only. No J travel yet, they say. Ow. I think I've just put myself into a great big backtrack. Yes. I have. Local turtle drinks several gallons of Big Bark root beer. It is now invincible. Oh, rats. Well, I tried. I feel shorter. Am I crouched? Ah, toggle crouch. There we go. There. Let's trip down here. Oh. Guess I'll have to go down here. Oh, this is very confusing. Ah, the fob. It's always the fob. Oh, well, I'm glad I had armor on. I wonder what a Spectacrash is. Oh, this is a dev of Sonic Battle Royale 2, or not Royale, Battle Royale, Sonic Battle Royale, terrible. Sonic Roboblast 2 card. That makes a lot of sense. This has a very similar craftsmanship about it. Sonic Battle Royale, what would that even look like? Don't tell me they already have one. I sure hope not. Please give me the spread shot. I'm so tired of that boomerang. Why isn't Sonic in Fortnite yet? It seems like something Sega would do. I spy with my little eye a mismatched texture. Extra root beer. Big Bark root beer float. Oh, I want root beer so badly now. If they have a sponsorship from a root beer company, it's working. This game's very fun. I think I'm going to play until I die. Which might be soon. I don't want to give it too much of the stream. This is a rather serious Sam moment. Serious snap, if you will. curtains for me, unfortunately. Now, there goes Snap. He did pretty admirably for his first go-around. I appreciate your initiative, Snap. That was truly excellent. If you didn't tell me it was running in the Doom engine, I never would have been able to guess. It feels extremely smooth. Analog stick... There's a lock-on button? Alright. I'm going to have to... Oh, well that was cool. I'm glad I got to do that before I stopped playing. What's the lock-on? Ah, L bumper. I see. Not what I would choose for a lock-on, no. I don't think. I think I would use a trigger for that. I see. You're correct, it does make it much easier to lock on. This lock-on feature is great. I was playing without it the entire time. This actually, I'm glad that I figured it out, because this drastically changes my opinion of the game. This lock-on feature is great, and it solves one of my biggest, or at least mitigates one of my few complaints with it, which is that analog stick aiming doesn't feel quite as smooth as it should. But that might be an engine limitation rather than a limitation of the game. It does feel a bit like I'm controlling a digital switch on two directions, even with the sensitivity down. Yeah, well, nothing but high marks for Snap then. Movement feels excellent. The lock-on system is really cool, and I've never really played a first-person shooter in the kind of Doom canon with a lock-on that feels that smooth. Dropping in, dropping out isn't disorienting at all. Yeah. This is probably one of the coolest games I've played in the Doom engine. It is, I believe, $1 whole. Ah, perfect place to stop. Oh dear. Run that up. Oh! Okay. A rank D. That's progress. Wow. Indie 80 standalone games using the Doom engine now. Please send me, Dominic, send me your best Doom engine games. Send me your strangest and most interesting Doom engine games that do the most interesting things with that. I would love to regularly feature them on Aqualounge. With that, let's take a little break and come back to the main event of the evening. Ex-Zodiac. See you in a little bit. Gotta love that splash. And here we are. The last game of the evening. Ex-Zodiac. Thanks to everybody who stuck around. I really appreciate it. This might just be the third Aqualounge, but I feel like it's come a long way in a very short time. That wouldn't have been possible without your help. Got some new tunes on the radio. Some of them might be a better fit than others, but that's okay. The Aqualounge is about exploring and engaging the things that you might not have found if you were just watching YouTube with your Sunday night. We'll be pruning and curating the Aqualounge radio playlist as time goes on. And if you have any albums, Twitch-friendly albums, that you think would be a perfect fit, send them on over to aqualounge.tv@gmail.com. And one last plug before the end of the night. If you haven't already and you're on aqualounge.tv, scroll on down. Check out the Aqualounge Surf Shop. See some cool t-shirts and stickers inspired by Aqualounge vibes. And if you're not on aqualounge.tv, then just head on over in another tab to aqualounge.bigcartel.com. Finally, for those who don't know, coffee tips are open for Aqualounge. They are going to play a part in how we monetize the stream going forward. That being the stream pop model. I don't think I'm quite ready to introduce it after this stream. I think next stream is going to be probably the last freebie in the Aqualounge canon. And then the pop model will be introduced. It's going to be an experiment. This whole thing's an experiment. That's the point. Essentially, for those who aren't aware, the way it's going to work is tied to the coffee account of Aqualounge, there's going to be a little goal that says schedule next stream. When it gets filled up through generous donations from viewers, the next Aqualounge will be booked on the soonest available Sunday, pending my availability. This will give me the chance to plan my life a little bit more healthily around streaming, and will be a good indicator of just how many people are watching and how into it people are. There are some other plans in the works regarding that. Eventually, I'm interested in running an Aqualounge Patreon. All tips and donations, including ones done through Twitch, will go to the stream pot. I'm gonna have to do that math on my own. Actually, to keep it simple, I encourage folks, if you're gonna subscribe, if you're thinking about doing a paid sub on Twitch, take that over to the coffee instead. Makes it easier for me, makes it easier for you. Unless you got some free Twitch bucks, in which case spend those. Please, make them right down on me. But, once there's more stuff for the Patreon, once there's more rewards, things to make it worth your while, there are plenty of things in the works in that regard. I think maybe half of the features and half of the cool showcases and regular segments that I have planned for Aqualounge are done. Only half. So there's still plenty more to see and plenty more to be revealed. And so once there's some stuff that makes sense for a Patreon, that's something that I might look into. But I'm not just going to do it just to do it. It's going to have to be something cool at the end of it. That's kind of a status update from how things are going here. Now, I think it's time to check out the feature of the night. We've been running a little bit long. Usually we do at the 2:30 mark. We're going to go to 3 probably tonight. Hours. I think that's okay. Y'all are worth it. Let's see some Ex-Zodiac. It's Ex-Zodiac time, everybody. Maybe the secret theme of Aqualounge this evening was magenta. was a lot of magenta. There was magenta in Snap, there was magenta in Toree 2, there was magenta in Bulk Slash, and there's magenta here. It's a good color. This is Ex-Zodiac by MNKY, published by Pixel Jam Games, and recently released in early access. It's a rail shooter inspired by Star Fox, and I've never played it, but it does seem to be one of the latest, greatest things. The indie sphere, so I'm going to give it a go. Ooh, controller vibration, fancy. Let's give it a go. Ah, very Star Fox. Down to the pre-rendered, or I guess sprite-based. And down to the babbling, too. Oh, that's bombs. Oh, wow. This really is Star Fox. Well, the good news is that I'm pretty handy at Star Fox 64. Me actually, flip that y-axis. There we go. And even the little strange girder walkers. Everyone is here. A Star Fox tribute in its purest sense. The little roads from Corneria, the falling windmills. In fact, this might be... Is this a one-to-one remake of Corneria? It might be. Somebody more familiar with Star Fox should tell me. I do like that the charge shot is the missile from Afterburner, and that you have a salvo of missiles. Ah, everyone knows the twin laser is the best power-up in Star Fox. Ah, barrel rolling is there, that's good. Can I go under? Yes, I can. It's always a wonderful thing when you see a video game and you go, I wonder, can I do that? And then you try it, and yes, you can do that. The play control. The play control is smooth. It's lovely. I inverted the y-axis, and actually, what the game calls inverted y-axis is not inverted. Or no, it is inverted. I'm funny in that whether or not I want to play with inverted y-axis depends entirely on the day. Some days I wake up and it's a normal y-axis day, some days I wake up and it's an inverted y-axis day. I do wish the game showed you... Ooh, nice color invert on that. Very good. Ooh. Game's going to punish me for flying too high. The game has an Afterburner-style missile salvo system where you can have a stacked number of lock-ons that all get fired at once if you charge down, but what it is lacking is any kind of indicator for how many of those charge slots are available and how many are currently being used. But this is early access, so I'm assuming that's coming. Unless... Is it tied to my shield? No. There's... Oh! I just got nailed. This... I don't know if this is on itch. I have the Steam version. There is a thrust meter. Oh, I see. That's your air brake. Even down to the furries. Excellent. Yeah, there is currently no way to know how many missiles are available to you. I'm assuming there is a boost as well. There is. Oh, and it feels lovely. So I'm supposed to be boosting through those windmills. I see. Or not. Maybe I'm just going to have them follow me anyway. So yeah, a lot of Star Fox, a little bit of Afterburner. That's kind of my takeaway so far. I love the renderer, and I love that camera pullout with the boost. I wonder what engine this is running in. If it's running in Unity, I missed that somehow. I don't know what engine it's running in. Yes, it does say max lock, but I would appreciate it. Maybe I'm just too spoiled by Afterburner, or my association with Afterburner is making me long for a max missile count on the screen. Oh, it got me again. Oh, this is in Godot. Wow. That's impressive. Just for reference, for those who don't know, I make video games as well as play them on stream. And I've never tried my hand at Godot. I would like to one day. I don't know if I would want to for a commercial game yet, but for a game jam project or something similar, I would definitely like to try Godot. I use Unity at my day job, and that gets more and more of a bitter pill to swallow with each passing day. That said, I would probably still choose Unity to ship a commercial game over Godot, just because it has more tools, particularly for platform building. But if you're only targeting PC and you want to do something small, I don't see why you shouldn't try Godot. The more the merrier when it comes to game engines. Yeah, the lack of console support for Godot is a tricky thing, because by the nature of it being open source software, it's going to make it very hard to sell to the console holders to support it. There are people who do port jobs, who have their own internal tools for Godot. I like to be able to control that myself, personally, even if I'm not doing the bulk of the work. And so, I would have reservations about making my ports entirely dependent on another person's tool chain that's not officially supported by the console developers, or the console manufacturers rather. Firmwares do update, major features do roll out. Regardless, this isn't to talk trash about Godot, because clearly Godot is quite capable, as it is running Ex-Zodiac, as we're seeing right here. This is the first Godot game I've played, I believe. And so far, I'm impressed. Lots of D rankings tonight on Aqualounge. Lots of D rankings. D's in the chat, everyone. Actually, don't do that. That sounded better in my head. I don't think Aqua Aqua gave out letter grades. Did Bulk Slash? I don't know. I have to follow, I have to go under the arches. Oh, if there was a secret, I missed it. It was rather soon. I wasn't really paying attention. Always go under the arches in Star Fox games. All this rail shooter-ness and Sega Saturn-ness this evening makes me want to play Panzer Dragoon on stream someday. I am a major fan of Panzer Dragoon, as I assume all of you are. Wow. This also reminds me, in times, of Starblade. Old Namco rail shooter, one of the granddaddies of all rail shooters, in fact. Sin and Punishment is also a favorite of mine. I am of the unpopular opinion that Sin and Punishment for the N64 is still better than the sequel for Wii. I like them both, but the N64 one holds a very special place in my heart, I think. Snowmobiles are a fun touch. The stock laser could be a little stronger, I think. The enemies can be a bit bullet spongy. For even twin lasers, I don't feel like I should have to hit that many times to destroy large enemies. These are balance issues, and can be rectified with ease. I love that color inversion effect on the warning, it's very convincing. Oh, there you go. Yes, all the little furry mooks and bosses are quite charming. Yes, I can imagine Sin and Punishment 2 does scale up amazingly to 4K. That was luck. Ugh. This boss does give you an opportunity to finally, experiment the laser and try to pinpoint parts to pick off. That's a really underrated part of this. Oh, thank you, Sefsanu. Or Sefson. Oh, the W is out of. Oh, I don't even know if that's your full name. Thank you for following, however. It could have been an illegal character, I don't know. Yes, I think an important thing about the design of a Star Fox like that this game does a solid job of, but maybe could use a little polish on, and this is a minor nitpick, of course. This boss, I'm going, this feels really good. Oh, don't tell me I crashed into the ground. Well, I think that might be it for me. But, I'll give it one more try. I've only been at this game for 20 minutes. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, come on now. Do I get a stage select at least? Yes. There's a Space Harrier game as well. Fascinating. Well, this will give me a chance to go underneath those ice rings and see if I get anything nice for it, at least. But what I was trying to say was that in a Star Fox game like this, I was just starting with that boss to go, it feels good to hit things with the laser as well as with the missiles. And I feel like I haven't really had much of a chance to feel that up until that point. I think the laser, even with the twin beam, is a little weak. But I did get that sensation when fighting that boss, so I think this is definitely something that can be improved, because this game is still in early access, believe it or not. Oh, I wanted a secret. I wonder how long this game has been in development for. Especially if it's in Godot. Oh, that was my fault. Very difficult. Oh, data. I needed that. Ah. Everyone always needs more data. This game is no walk in the park. It is significantly harder than its source material. But now that it was mentioned in chat, I can definitely see there's some Space Harrier-ness in this game as well. Oh, I'm doing poorly. Okay, this time. No data. I wonder what I missed. I think I am reaching the point of diminishing returns, unfortunately, when it comes to my ability to play. I'll give this stage one more try, and if it doesn't pan out, that might be it for the night. As far as difficulty goes, I don't think this game is too difficult. You have to remember, I am playing with the severe impairment of having to talk, stream, and navigate a difficult rail shooter. When you play this game, you probably won't be doing those things. You'll probably have a much easier time than I am. I do not believe Sega Star Wars Trilogy ever got a home release. I think that was another victim of the Sega Model 3, unfortunately. To my understanding, I have heard this anecdotally, and I don't know if it is true. I have heard that Sega intentionally avoided porting several Model 3 arcade games to the Sega Dreamcast, even if the ports would have been feasible, because there was concern about the home console business and the arcade business cannibalizing each other. Well, it had an ironic outcome, didn't it? I did make it out of this one with the data in hand. Let's see if that gives us a fun space harrier level, as I was told. Oh, I don't want to see my rating on this mission. Another D. Ah, it is on itch. Excellent. Thank you, Nojoto. Ah, space harrier. There we go. Wow, no kidding. Oh. Those rings aren't good, they're bad. They are the ubiquitous Fruit Loop projectile, as seen in Gradius, many other shmups, and Space Harrier. Also known as the Spaghettio, local arcades. Oh no! I am very glad we have made it to this moment together, even though I think it will not last long. I am glad that I got to see but a glimpse of the egg boss. And I think, my friends, now that we have reached the egg with the human face, we have gone far enough. Diving deeper and deeper into the depths of the Aqualounge, I think we have hit the point where we might develop the bends if we're not careful. And so I think this might be a good time to part with Ex-Zodiac. Highly recommended. Even though this game is only in early access, it feels like it has gone through extensive polishing. It is a lovely homage to Star Fox and games inspired by Star Fox, while combining different mechanics of genre mainstays to create something that feels fresh, despite being a retro throwback. It's always nice to see a game in the Godot engine performing so well. If this game comes to console, it'll be really interesting to see a game in Godot and see how well it performs and what kind of trials and tribulations it goes through on the way to console. I think, objectively, a new competitor in the game engine scene would be a good thing for everybody. Thank you once again to Nojoto for all of your links back to chat. I really appreciate that because I want all of you. If I have one thing, a piece of homework for every Aqualounge viewer, it's this. Go and spend money on at least one thing that's been featured in Aqualounge. Go and buy it. Go and show the developers your support. Ultimately, part of what I want to do with this stream is to get eyes on developers who need it, or deserve it. And if they have some, they deserve more. So, every Aqualounge, afterwards, think about something that you saw that you liked, go buy it. That's what I have to say to you. Now, we're gonna close. A little music. This will be opened with.
Come on, y'all.
Well, thank you to everyone for watching. For those who missed it, There was a little bit of housekeeping here and there that you might want to catch on the VOD. Some plans for the future. Another thing I wanted to mention. Right now, the Aqualounge VODs on YouTube are straightforward and large. Big chunks of VOD, entire streams. One of my long-term, medium-term goals even, is to divide some of those up into smaller segments. Make sure the YouTube channel is populated with plenty of content. Thank you all for coming. Keep your eyes peeled for Aqualounge, number 004, coming to you in the near future. And of course, I beseech you, anything at all that you think would be a good fit here in the Aqualounge that matches the vibe, be it game, music, short, etc., send it over to aqualounge.tv@gmail.com. This has been Aqualounge number 3. This is the Aqualounge signing off. Stay cool out there.